Buenos días, estudiantes. Voy a hablar sobre 06.03, conociendo a algunos animales. Okay, so this whole section is talking about getting to know or meeting a few animals. All right, protege a los animales. ¿Conoces las especies en vías de extinción? It is important to know which animals are endangered and fight to protect them. Get ready to learn more about the wildlife that surrounds you. Okay, so a lot of this wildlife does not surround us in the United States, except maybe this bear, but very far away from Tennessee. But and I'm sure there are some tarantulas somewhat close by, but not in Tennessee, at least that look like that. But this is about the world that surrounds us, in its entirety. So this is also your opportunity to get your note guide. So this is where you can click that. It'll open up. It has lots of areas to write notes, and it coaches you through different. I've gone over this in like all the other previous videos of how to get the note guide and what's all included and how to download it. So hopefully by this point you know how to do that. But you open that up and you're able to print it or save it, so you can use it either of those ways. All right, let's go to the next section. This is talking about la fauna silvestre. ¿Qué animales son de la fauna silvestre? En la selva puedes ver el elefante, el leopardo y hasta los monos. ¿Conoces las especies en vías de extinción? Algunos de estos animales son el oso polar, el tigre, el orangután y el rinoceronte. Check out what other animals at the zoo you can help to protect. If you want the English also, you can open that. If you click that globe, you get the English to help you as well. Okay, so this section is the same as previous lessons where you click on these and you get to practice your vocabulary 3 different ways. You get to see the word, you get to hear the word, and you get to practice speaking the word or words, phrases. So if you open it up, you can actually click through to each different new word or phrase. So you get the Spanish word or phrase up here. You get the English definition. Then you get its use in a sentence, and you also get to hear it. So it says, El pájaro dodo es una especie extinta. So you can hear it here. If you click on the little audio clip here.
Extinto, extinta.
Okay, so and then if you click and you click through these. Oh, to practice the pronunciation, you just open this section right here. Is click to open the speech practice tool and practice saying. So if you open this, and my my microphone doesn't pick up my voice very well, so you get to see a big close-up of my forehead when I do this. But so if it doesn't record you well the first time and you think you're saying it really well, then just get closer to your microphone and try again. Because sometimes I'll say things correctly, but it doesn't pick it up because I'm too far away, or there's background noise or something like that. So just try again if you think you're saying it right and it's giving you a bad score. Proteger a los animales. Okay, so if you do it well, you get it all the way to green. If it and it's good because if you say something that's really off, it will show you what it thinks you said. So let's try it again. Proteger a los animales. Okay, so it has no idea. See, it thinks I said how to get out anime list. So it will definitely grade your work if you, it'll definitely grade your work and tell you what you, if you said it correctly. I'm making a video right now. Okay, I don't know. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. Okay, sorry. So that's a really great tool that you have to, to see the word, hear the word, and practice the word. So you have all of those opportunities there. And that's really good for your pronunciation to practice for your speaking exam later in the 0.09 assignments. Okay, so you click through all those and you study your vocabulary. This is also your prompt here to get out your notepad and make some notes because it's giving you all this vocabulary to write down and study. Go to the next section. And you have atención. This is make sure you're paying attention to this area. You're going to need this for 06.04 and 06.08. So this is a good area to pay attention to. Okay, so persuasive phrases. You're going to be writing a persuasive essay in 06.04 and 06.08. So you are going to need to use some of these, use at least one of these in your writing there. So to persuasive phrases, to convince others to protect animals in danger or do something else you want, you may need to use persuasive techniques in writing and speaking. So it's giving you some examples here. Te ruego por, te pido por, I am begging you for. Estoy luchando para, I am fighting for in English. Te estoy preguntando por, or te estoy pidiendo por, I am asking you. Te estoy escribiendo para, I am writing you for. Estoy esperando por, I am waiting for. Me estoy expresando para, I am expressing myself for. So down here you have some negative and affirmative and negative words and phrases. In your attempt to persuade others, there are some negative and affirmative words and phrases you may use to get your point across. Algo is something. Alguien is somebody, someone. Algún, alguno, alguna, some or something. Jamás is never or ever. Nada is nothing. Nadie is nobody. And then you have your like neither or nor is ni. So ni la causa, ni la I need something. Hold on a second. My child's in here. Hold on. I want to follow something. Okay, sorry. So you have neither or nor, ningún, ninguno, ninguna, no or no, none. Nunca is never. También is also. Tampoco is neither or not either. And o with some using o between two phrases is either or. Okay, so examples down here of using these persuasive phrases up here along with your affirmative and negative words. So these are important to put together because you're trying to convince something of someone. And that's why we're to have these examples down here. Like te estoy escribiendo. I am writing you. Okay, so te estoy, that's one of our phrases from up there with the persuasive phrases. Te estoy escribiendo para que protejas el hábitat de los orangutanes y también el hábitat de los osos polares. So I'm writing you so that you can protect the orangutans habitat and also the polar bear's habitat. Okay, so these are in combination. You're using the persuasive phrase with also the affirmative or negative words and phrases from up here. So it's just really enhancing your ability to communicate and be able to be persuasive, which adds a whole new element, angle to communicating in a different language. So estoy luchando para que alguien proteja a los elefantes. I'm fighting so that someone protects the elephants. Okay, so this is just emboldening your and making your language more rich and giving you better ways to communicate and be persuasive. All right, go to the next section. So this is a review of something that you learned in earlier lessons. It's all about saber and conocer. ¿Sabes cómo usar los verbos saber y conocer? If you're a little rusty, Javi, Renata, and Solo will give you the information you need to be successful. Check out the video to learn more about when to use saber and conocer. grab your note guide and enjoy this video. So you're going to watch Javi's video. And there's also, if you want to follow along with the text after you read it, or if you want to print this and follow along with what he's saying, you also have all of this written out, which is what they say in the video. And then also this is prompting you to get your note guide out so you can take notes while you watch the video. This is your opportunity to do a self-check. When is saber used? Okay, so you should know that before you click down, but if you need a refresher, saber is used for facts, information, and directions and how to do something. When is conocer used? Conocer is used for familiar stuff like knowing people, places, and things. Okay, so that's your opportunity to kind of test yourself there. So make sure you do that review of saber and conocer because it's going to come up in your writing your persuasive essay also. Oh, good. We have another saber review. You know that saber and conocer mean to know, but they're used in different situations. You also know it's important to take notes using your note guide. So it's prompting you to get your note guide out again. You use saber, and again, this pops up and it gives you how to conjugate saber in three different verb tenses. This is the present tense. This is the preterite tense, which is past tense, and imperfect tense is also past tense, but it's kind of an ongoing action in the past. So that is great to pop that up. And you can print that if you need to, if you want to. Okay. So you use saber in present or past tense to talk about facts and information, to talk about the ability to do something like a hobby, to talk about things you know by heart, and to say how you found out some information. So if you go through here, you get to see the different present forms of how you use it. They've got the Spanish and the English. Ellos saben dónde ver la torre. Your preterite tense example, la semana pasada supe que podíamos ver flamencos en el zoológico. And your imperfect tense, I'm not reading this in English because you can read that right below. The imperfect tense, mi padre y yo sabíamos casar. Okay, so that is your saber review. And if you go to your conocer review, use conocer in the present past tense to say that you know or are familiar with a person. Remember to use the preposition a when the person follows conocer, because you're you need to make sure that you're identifying the person that you're meeting. So say that you know or are familiar with a place. Say you are familiar with an object such as a book or a movie. Say to know, to meet, or to learn, and talk about meeting someone for the first time. Conocer is a little bit tricky one because, in English, in English, we have just to know. And in Spanish, there's two forms of to know, and it's used very kind of differently in different verb tenses. So this is a little tricky, and it's more just getting practice. It's tricky to figure out which one to use at first. I remember having trouble with that when I first learned conocer and saber. So it's just really getting practice helps you. The more practice and the more you read and hear Spanish, the more you're going to be able to decipher between the two easier, how to use the two easier. So in the present tense, Andrea ahora conoce más sobre la fauna silvestre. Okay. Your preterite tense example, ayer conocí a una llama muy bonita. Okay. So she's got that right there behind conocí because she's talking about she's met a llama. Okay, so if you meet someone or meet someone, then you need to make sure you have that a after conocer. And your imperfect tense, conocían el zoológico muy bien. Okay, so remember, so those are great 3 examples of conocer. Again, this is a review, and if you want more review of conocer, it's in earlier lessons in Module 6. So you have in the progressive tense, conocer is used way more commonly than saber.